Toastmaster, Sean Esler. There are those of you in this room who have reached that certain age where you're called wise. But for most of us, that wisdom did not come through careful learning and planning. Instead, we learn our best lessons through failure. Our final speaker today will be sharing some of his learning experiences. He graduated summa cum laude from Hard Knocks University. Please welcome Toastmaster Sean Esler with his speech entitled Adulting 101.
All right. Now, I've learned a lot in these past few decades on this blue marble. And today, I'm going to share with you 3 lessons that I've been able to take to heart. So students, pull out your notebooks. It is time to dive into Sean's PhD thesis on how to survive adulting. And to help me illustrate these points today, I'm going to use a recent example. A couple months ago, I was faced with a small bathroom repair. Evidently, one of the faucets in our bathroom had started to fall apart, and eventually one of the handles broke off completely. Not a big deal. However, one of the things you learn as an adult is nobody's going to take care of these things for you. It's time to step up and do it yourself. And experts are expensive. Big lesson to learn there. So, lesson number 1, ladies and gentlemen, do your research. Okay. So for my first step in this example, we went down to Lowe's, we went down to Home Depot, we got online, we looked at every make and model, every manufacturer of bathroom faucets. There are a lot. We dug into the reviews, we looked, we talked to experts, we talked to neighbors, and eventually whittled it down based on budget. Now, I am armed with the right knowledge on what I am going to purchase. Now, the next step is the knowledge on how to install such a device. Unfortunately, we live in the digital age. YouTube is an amazing example.
Amen, bro. Oh, yeah.
There are so many industry experts out there. There is a plethora of knowledge that you can delve into on any repair topic whatsoever. Know what you're jumping into. Lesson number 2, be prepared. The ultimate scout motto. No job is too big or too small to do careful planning. Take every necessary precaution. Now that I was armed with a wealth of knowledge, the next step was to ensure I had the right tools for the task. So, naturally, the first step is jump down to Lowe's and purchase that faucet. Bring it back and realize I don't have the right tools for this job. Trip number 2, or 3, or 4 to Lowe's. Buy said tool, bring it back home, go to my garage, realize I actually really did have said tool. Back to Lowe's to return the doppelganger tool. Back home again, realize I need the plumber's putty. Back to Lowe's we go, and back and forth a few more times. Finally, I have all the tools, I think. Okay, I am confident. I am ready to embark on this journey now. So my next step, we clear out the bathroom. Clear all the debris off the floor, because it is my kid's bathroom. Clear the counters and empty out the cabinet under which I've got to perform this task. I carefully line up my tools on the countertop there. Take apart the pieces of the new faucet, meticulously lay them out on the ground. We're ready to begin. Now, I had to get myself into this funky position because we have a narrow bathroom, and I crawl up under there into the cabinet and reach forward for step number 1. Turn off the water. See, I did learn something there. So I reach forward, I grab the knob, and I turn, and nothing happens. I try again, and that knob just won't budge. Well, evidently over the past couple of years, that thing had frozen shut. But I was prepared. Remember I said I had all the tools? Well, I had all the tools and that can of WD-40 and a roll of duct tape, because you always need a roll of duct tape. So with my other hand, I reach up over the top of the counter, grab that can of WD-40, and I hose this thing off until the entire house is fumigated with this beautiful perfume. So I lay there under the cabinet, give it a minute or two, let that fume evaporate a little bit, get a little high in the process. It's a good one. And we reach forward, we grab that knob again and turn, and it gives way. Just a little bit, but it gave way. Now I realize all I need is a little more strength in it, so pop! Lesson number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Have you ever been in those situations on the precipice of a catastrophe where time just slows down? Your brain's firing at 1,000,000 neurons per second, and it's in slow motion like a movie. As my hand was there on the handle, there was a little drip forming at the bottom of my hand. And immediately, I was calculating the fastest escape route from the bathroom. Figuring out where the main shutoff valve to the entire house was, who was going to be in my way, where's that pile of beach towels at, and where's the bucket, and which of the progeny is going to help me fix this problem. But as I'm sitting there staring at my hand, calculating all this in the span of what seemed like minutes, probably half a second, the handle I was holding suddenly gave way and slipped. And in what could only be described as a beautiful cinematographic moment, the handle shot forward at light speed toward my face, with a geyser of water behind it. What followed was a cacophony of colorful language. As I tried to crawl out of the cabinet, stand up on a now soaked floor, slip and slide my way out the front door to the main shutoff valve, where it is buried under a hose, debris, flowers, and dirt. It got shut off, and 3 more trips to Lowe's, handful of Band-Aids, a mild concussion later, it was replaced. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be an adult, do your research. Be prepared, but understand you will need to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Thank you.